The guys came out swinging the bats in game 2.
They actually did. I mean, they just put good swings, and then the ball gets hits. But when you don't put any good swings and you don't get a lot of swings, it's hard to hit it. And, you know, Thurman, I don't know what he was, I would guess 86, 87, and just threw fastballs to both sides of the plate. And when he threw one away, we'd look away, he'd come in. And we go in, he'd go away. He'd throw one wrinkle of a changeup in there. He only threw like about 8 breaking balls and only like 2 for a strike. So, you know, he carved, and, you know, then we faced the same type of guy the second game. I mean, not much different, less fastball, less command, but we just put good swings on the ball, you know, and the ball jumped.
It's not that simple, or else, you know.
It is that simple, and they make it too difficult, you know. And I've tried to explain. I bet you in the first game, we didn't swing and miss at 10 pitches. 10 pitches. We didn't swing and miss that were strikes over the plate. Chasing, maybe not. But every time we swung, we touched the ball. You don't need to touch it every time. You're actually allowed to miss it. The only guy I've never seen miss pitches was Barry Bonds one year. But everybody else swings and misses. And we're swinging and altering and touching. And, you know, we hit 9 fly balls and struck out 6 times. I mean, it's half the game. And, I mean, yeah, the wind's blowing, but this place is humongous. You need to open up the infield a little. That's what they did to us. They hit a ball through the infield, ball through the infield, ball through the infield. First to third, and we reversed it on them in the second game.
You obviously tinkered with the lineup a little bit in game 2. Williamson's his second start of the year, if I'm not mistaken, and it seemed like he gave you a real spark.
Well, he had a good weekend last weekend too. Had a big pinch hit, and he's had a couple of them, and just haven't figured it out. And I didn't know if I wanted to play him in this yard in the outfield, but they don't hit a lot of balls far, so in the second game we rolled it. That was actually Coach Baum's idea, along with Deacon at DH. He hasn't played very much, but he goes up and gives a good at-bat. So we just tried to figure out who was going to give good at-bats, and Deacon had 2 big at-bats, I think in the same inning, that 7-run inning. One to get it going, and one later in the game with 2 strikes.
And a little bit is, you know, you're just trying to put somebody else in the lineup to get something going, but are you getting some more confidence in some of these younger guys to be able to give them the opportunity?
Chapman can flat out hit, dude. He hits the ball harder than anybody on the field. Either side, almost every week we play. The ball jumps off his bat. He hits the ball really hard. And he has a tendency to, he fed into it. You know, for me in the first game, they threw him fastballs away and said, go ahead and hit the ball in the air to right center, we'll catch it. And he did that. And he did it in the first game one time. But then he got on top of some balls a little bit better and then stayed a little shorter on the ball. He hit, carried good down the right field line. He hit that ball hard. But Chapman can hit. First time Leg's been in a long time. I don't know how long, but Green, I'd say Leg hadn't started in 12, 14 games at least. And he gave us a big burst in the first inning with that base hit, the first and third. And then I think Carlos got on track. Carlos hasn't been on track for a little while. He got on track after that first at-bat, and I thought he swung the bat really good.
Interesting that, you know, I know coming into the year, I think, you know, in the fall you said you wanted to try to establish some consistency in your lineup, and obviously that hasn't been the case. It seems like you've had to rearrange it a lot just to try to get a spark and get these guys going a little bit.
It's crazy. I mean, we have probably played 1 million lineups. You know, Trajano was playing really, really good. He got the flu last week, and he's been terrible ever since, at bat-wise. I mean, he's playing good at short, but, I mean, he was really on top of it. I mean, he had a great week, and then he got sick, and he hadn't got back. And it was like, you know, I mean, we've tried. I mean, Richie and Lorenzen and Carlos and Chapman have been the mainstays, and then we're kind of just rotating the catcher position. Just because, you know, 2 and 1 or whatever. Last week we went all 3 of them for a game. So nobody's really stepped forward to say, I want this, besides Chapman. As, you know, he's said, I want to play.
And even defensively, I know it seems like from game to game, you know, you'll have Chapman at short, Chapman at third, you know.
Chapman goes back and forth to short, and Pedroza goes back and forth from third and second, depending on who's at short or if Leg's at second, or Orloff's played a few times lately and done okay. So, I mean, we're still searching. Got no idea.
A lot of options.
I don't know. I don't know if they're good options yet, Aaron. Let's figure that one out.
And what do you think about Kenny's performance to be able to step back after you had that tough first game?
You know what? I mean, when he throws it over the plate, they don't hit it. It's the bottom line. When he throws it over the plate, they don't hit it. I mean, last week he's hit guys again, and he does that, and he loses it. But, you know, against anybody, when it's over the plate, nobody hits him. I mean, nobody goes out and actually rakes him. Florida didn't, Texas A&M didn't. Nobody has. You know, he self-destructs by things that he's doing, by either walking, making an error, or hitting guys. I mean, that's it. Nobody goes and hits and beats him.